Hello, welcome to our continuing journey in the New Testament, second writings. We'll be in John chapter 9. We'll be reading from the scriptures, 2009. Chapter 9 can be found on page 1034. Just reading it, very little commentary or interpretation. I'll leave that to you. And passing by Yeshua, he saw a man blind from birth, and his taught ones asked him, saying, Rabbi, who sinned this man, or is his parents that he should be born blind? And Yeshua answered, Neither this man nor his parents sinned, but that the works of Elohim might be made to be manifest in him. It is necessary for me to work the works of him who sent me while it is day. Night is coming when no one is able to work. While I'm in the world, I am the light of the world. Having said this, he spat on the ground and made clay with the saliva and applied it to the eyes of the blind man. And he said to him, Go, wash in the pool of Shiloh, which means sent. So he went and washed and came seeing. But how did he know where the fountain was? But anyway, therefore the neighbors and those who saw him before that he was blind said, Is not this he who was sitting and begging? Others said, This is he. Others said, He is like him. He said, I am. And they said to him, How were your eyes open? And he answered and said, A man called Yeshua made clay and applied it to my eyes and said to me, Go to the pool of Shiloh and wash. And I went and washed, and I received my sight. And they said to him, Where is he? And he said, I do not know. They brought the Pharisees the one who was once blind. They brought to the Pharisees the one who was once blind. Now it was a Sabbath when Yeshua made the clay and opened his eyes. Therefore the Pharisees also asked him again how he received his sight. He said to them, He put clay in my eyes, and I washed, and I see. Therefore some of the Pharisees said, This man is not of Elohim, because he did not guard the Sabbath. Others said, How is a man who is a sinner able to do such miracles? And there was a division among them. See, most people don't realize, everyone just think all the Pharisees, the Sadducees, and all them were against Yeshua. No, not all of them. So they said to the blind one again, What do you say about him because he opened your eyes? And he said, He is a prophet. However, the Judean did not believe concerning him that he had been blind and received a sight, till they called the parents of him who had received the sight. And they asked them, saying, Is this your son who has been born blind? How does he now see? And his parents answered them and said, We know that this is our son, and that he was born blind. But how he now sees, we do not know. Or who opened his eyes, we do not know. He is of age, ask him, and he shall speak concerning himself. His parents said this because they were afraid of the Judean. For the Judean had already agreed that if anyone confessed that he was Messiah, he should be put out of the congregation. Because of this, his parents said, He is of age, ask him. So for the second time they called the man who was blind and said to him, Give glory to Elohim. We know that this man is a sinner. Then he answered and said, Whether he is a sinner, I do not know. I only know that I was blind, and now I see. And they asked him once more, "What did he do to you? How did he open your eyes?" And he answered them, "I have told you already, and you do not hear. Why do you wish to hear it again? Do you wish to become his taught ones too?" Then they abused him and said, "You are his taught one, but we are the taught ones of Moshe. We know that Elohim has spoken to Moshe, but this one we do not know where he is from." The man answered and said to them, "Why, this is a wonder. You do not know where he is from, yet he opened my eyes. And we know that Elohim does not hear sinners. But if anyone fears Elohim and does his desire, he hears him. From of old it has never been heard that anyone opened the eyes of one who was born blind. If this one were not from Elohim, he could not have done at all. They answered and said to him, "You were completely born in sin, and you are teaching us?" And they cast him out. Yeshua heard that they had cast him out, and when he found him, he said to him, "Do you believe in the Son of Elohim?" And he answered and said, "Who is he, Master, that I might believe in him?" And Yeshua said to him, "You have both seen him, and he who speaks with you is he." And he said, "Master, I believe." And he bowed before him. And Yeshua said, "For judgment I have come into this world, that those not seeing might see, and those seeing might become blind." And those of the Pharisees who were with him heard these words, and said to him, "Are we blind too?" And Yeshua said to them, "If you were blind, you would have no sin. But now you say, 'We see,' therefore your sin remains." Shalom. Make it a great day. Read your Bible. Talk to the Father.